we are going to be creating a house. So that house that you see I have here, I have a floor plan that we're going to be creating from, so I'm going to show you how to import this floor plan. And I'm sorry, I did not mean import. There is a difference. So before I even get started in linking, I can basically say with almost certainty, full confidence, you will never ever need to import image, import PDF, or import CAD. When you import things, it is basically stuck inside the model, and it starts creating a dirty, what I call a dirty model. You can't actually delete it. Once it's imported, it can never be deleted. I don't know why. It's like a quirky Revit thing that I'm sure you'll find 100 more quirky Revit things whenever you're on your Revit journey. Never ever import things. Always link them. There is an option to link a PDF, link an image, link a CAD. So just try to ignore everything that comes with importing. You never want to do it. So for this, we're going to be loading under references here. There's a floor plan PNG. That is an image file. Let's load that in, import the image. Ooh, I messed up already. It's not import image, it's link image. So I already have this one linked in, so I'm not exactly sure what it's going to do. Let's go find that image. So to find that image inside of our Autodesk drive, this PC, Autodesk Docs, Erdman. Let's go find our tutorial project here. Project files, Erdman, architecture, summer training, references, floor plan. Found our floor plan finally. I'll hit open. It's going to tell me that I have another instance. I already have this loaded in, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it didn't. All right. Well, my view is cropped right now. To change a cropped view from an uncropped view, it's going to be over here. So crop region visible. It'll actually show me what my crop extents are. I'm cropping that view down. I'm actually working in the wrong view. You should not be working inside of construction document view. That is inside of our project browser here, architecture, construction documents, floor plans. This is where I'm working right now. There is a tab set up for working plans, and this is where you should be working unless you are creating a document or a construction document. We have a section for presentation, working, coordination. Working in the construction documents is allowed. You can do it, of course. You just have to know what you're doing. If you're just trying to play around, create a working view, and I'll show you how to do that. As part of the project browser setting, what we're going to do is select the view we want to duplicate, or we can go up to the View tab. So in Revit, there's always a couple ways to do things. Create plan views, floor plan, new floor plan. You want to uncheck this. So now I can create a floor plan for level 1. Hit OK. It'll open up your new tab automatically, or your new view automatically. Another way you could do it is also just right click, duplicate with detailing, duplicate, or duplicate as dependent. I would stay away from duplicate as dependent until you actually know what you're doing. Duplicate will give you everything that you need. Duplicate with detailing will actually bring in like a linked image, for instance, or it will just bring in other elements that might not get carried over with just a simple duplicate. So experiment with that stuff. This whole training session is meant for you to be experimenting with Revit. Break things. Move fast, break things. The best way you're going to be learning in project environments is just by doing it. The whole reason I'm doing this whole training session is so that you can get used to working within the Revit space. And the only way you get used to working with Revit space is by making those mistakes that everybody makes on projects. Except this is the safe environment to do it in, and working in a project is not necessarily the safe environment because you could create chain events that mess up the project. I digress with my warnings. By default, these things usually go into this question mark, which means unassigned. Let's get that assigned. So now this is our level 1. You can tell that it's bolded. This is the view that I just created. Now we are going to go into, at the bottom here, we can change the view usage and view discipline. So we want this inside of our working drawing set under discipline, architecture, or interiors. For this case, we're going to work in architectures. Now watch, pay attention on the bottom left where that floor plan under the question is. When I can either hit apply, or when I move my mouse off of the properties tab, it'll also apply it. So the working view is now active. I'm in a working drawing set right now. Now that I have this imported into the wrong view, what I'm going to do is select this, cut, go to my view, modify tab, paste, aligned to current view. Boom. Now the PDF came in way off size. We need to scale this thing down. Let's scale it down by using the scale tool right here. RE is the shortcut for that one. We'll go find this door that is in bedroom 1. We're just going to make this a 3-foot door. So with the scale button, you first operate the scale button by selecting what you want to scale, starting the scale command. Your first point here, second point that you want to reference is here, and then it asks you enter new position of drag point. We can also just type in a dimension here of 3 feet, and now our door is 3 feet. Now let's move this into the correct location, and the correct location is in the center of your elevations. On your view you should see elevations. Let's just place that directly in the center. And there you go. You have now imported a PDF inside of here. Another important thing to note, that when importing, it is very good practice and to assign an actual work set to this. For this instance, you can't actually assign a work set, but if you could, say it was a model, you come in here, you select what you just linked in. This will be a drop down and you assign it to a certain work set. Work sets are an entire another issue that I'm not going to touch on right now. We'll be training on that shortly. To get going on your assignment for tonight, or today, however you want to reference it, you'll have to start copying over some stuff. So we're going to be tracing this basically. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but this is the way that some projects work sometimes. Sometimes we get floor plans that are just PDFs. You got to work with it. What we're going to do is get into our visibility and graphics override. To get that shortcut, I think that there's a button over here. I never really go to this one over here. Is there right here, visibility and graphics override? There's a shortcut for that, which is typing in the VV on your keyboard. It brings this up. So I want to create my floor, and as you can see right here, I can't see through my floor, so I need to make my floor transparent. You can do all of those visibility graphics overrides inside of here. So under floors, transparency, I could set this to, let's say, 75. Enter. Boom. Now if those are grayed out, I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So now I'm in the construction documents section here. If I hit VV, you'll notice that all of these are grayed out. That is because there's a view template selected. So my view template selected right now is A planned enlarged. By default, Erdman's template file has a lot of view templates that you can use. Make sure that you're working in a working set. You do not want to be changing the view template. If you have a view template assigned to a view and you want to change it to no view template assigned, you just switch it to none. Basically what this does is assigns a bunch of different properties to the view, such as hidden elements, work set visibilities, the scale of things up here, the detail level, a bunch of different things that can be controlled within a view template. So I know that question was going to come up. I think everybody has asked me that question at least once. Why can't I change this? That is because you have a view template applied. So this is my working view. Working views don't necessarily need view templates applied to them. All right, I believe that is everything that you need to get going on today's assignment. Today's assignment is making a house. So we are going to link in that PNG file from the references folder. To get to that, it is this path right here. So that is users R. Johnston, or whatever your name is, ACC docs, Erdman tutorial project, project files, Erdman architecture, summer training, and then under that is references. This is where you'll find that PNG file that we're going to be using to trace over. Once we do that, we're going to be drawing over, creating some walls, windows, doors, floors, and the roof. So create all of those elements. Make sure that they're all assigned to the correct floor. We're going to your elevations. Elevations exterior. Make sure you have your roof set up at 14 feet above level 1. And then make sure everything is hosted to those. Make sure that your constraints are correct. And all the doors are placed at level 1 at a 0 elevation. Create your floor at a 0 elevation on level 1. And then create your roof on the roof elevation. For what wall types and what window types to use, I don't really care. Use whatever ones that you want, but use 2. What I mean by use 2 different types of walls inside of this project. You'll notice that sometimes these walls are different thicknesses. This one, so right here is a good example. We have an interior wall here and an exterior wall here between the garage. The exterior wall is, call it 8 inches, and the interior wall, we'll call it 4 inches. Just use 2 different walls. Use the correct doors. The correct doors are interior wood doors for the interior and exterior doors for the exterior. You will not have this. I will get into that tomorrow. You will not have this door. I'll get into that tomorrow. We do have barn doors located inside. This is a pocket door. We do have barn doors inside of our family, and we do have garage doors inside of our family library. You will have to go in and actually adjust what size door you'll need for some of these. So be cautious of that when you're doing that. And I cannot wait to see how you are modeling. So that is today's assignment. Tomorrow we're going to start getting into some Erdman specifics, talking about walls, which walls do we use, which ceilings we use, with doors and casework. Thank you for sticking with me through this long training. I promise that the next trainings won't be so long. It's just the getting going in Revit takes the longest. The more you get familiar with this, the better off you're going to be. So please feel free to get inside of Revit, start screwing around, making some mistakes of your own, and come back to me with any questions that you might have. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.